Hey, everybody. Okay, you can see my, hold on one second. I'm going to try to get this working. Okay, here we go. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? Let me go back to comments. Okay. Hi, I'm Heather. I'm Director of Education at Luminous. And yeah, we are moving to YouTube, and we are coming on and showing you all the fun stuff about Luminous and the basics. So once you get your system, maybe you're interested in getting a system, maybe you have it, sit in the box. We want to show you what each thing does, what each product does. So you might have a system that looks like this. This is the Icon Pro. So you might have one looks exactly the same except it's black, and that is the Icon. The only difference between Icon and Icon Pro is that it's double speed. Only difference, okay? And the color, of course. Hey, Robin, how are you? Happy Monday. It already comes put together. The hose where the air comes out of, your stylus is already put together. The only thing you have to do is plug in this bad boy to the power. There's only one hole left and you're good to go. This, here, let me show you this real quick. This is how you turn your system on, and then your stylus goes right in there. Hey, Cindy. So it goes right in there. This is the front part of your stylus where the makeup comes out, and that's what you put in there. The tail will stick out. And then now I'm going to plug in my system, and I'm good to go. All right. Hey, Candy. Hello, everybody. Good to see you on this Monday. So we are going to go over the basics, and because I know a lot of people get the kit and you're like, oh, I'm so excited. What do these products do? I don't know what they do. So let's go over what you get. You are going to get 2 bottles. Let me show you these two. The 2 bottles of foundation, and they are the large size foundations. You also get a bottle of love. We've bottled up love to give to you. And then we've also given you some blush. Now I'm going to use a different blush. The blush that comes in your kit will be perfect for that shade kit, okay? So the lighter skin tones will get tulip and soft rose. Darker skin tones are going to get darker blushes like plum. Plum's one of my favorites. You can use, anybody can use any shade because you're in control over how many passes, how intense you want it, and things like that. Hey, Candy. Hey, y'all are doing good today. Yay, Robin, I'm so excited. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I know you've already seen Renee do her lives, and so I want to show you, I'm going to show you just a little bit of a different way to do it, just because we know that there's so many different ways. The big thing I want you to know is when you get your system, get this out, get it plugged in, put water in here, and you can put your cap on like this, and then just start airbrushing. I want you to practice. I want you to get used to it. I want you to spray your face because I want you to get used to this in your hand. The more you have this in your hand, the more you're going to learn and the better you're going to be, and it'll become second nature to you. Oh, you get the Lion King today. I love the Lion King. So with water in here, you want to hold it about 4 finger widths away. You want to keep moving your hand just like if you were putting makeup on the regular way, the traditional way. This is now our regular way. You would keep moving around your face. And the third thing I want you to remember is barely pull back on this trigger. Barely. Because remember, what's very important is this is not traditional makeup. We're not putting it on like traditional makeup. It's not going on like traditional makeup, and it's not going to look like traditional makeup. You're using 10 times less makeup. It's going to make you look 10 years, 15 years younger. And so you need to know and expect that it is a different way of putting it on. So if you see it go on immediately, then you're pulling back too hard on the trigger. If it feels wet or sticky, you're pulling back too hard on the trigger. If you see hot spots, you maybe are too close or you pull back too hard on the trigger. Do you see a pattern there? All right. So I'm going to actually take my blush, which I'm using natural blush, and I'm going to shake them up. Thank you, guys. I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to put, you want to start with about 2 drops of the blush. Our blush blooms, and so you do want to only put in about 2 drops of blush. So I'm going to take my stylus, point it at my cheek. I can feel the air, so I know that that's where the makeup's going to go. And I actually start my movements first and then pull back on my trigger. And I'm going to go back and forth. And I stop short of what I want it. So how intense you want it, you want to stop a little short, just because remember, the blush blooms. It blooms. So let it get out there a little bit. Now, the reason I'm doing this first, the blush first, is because now I'm going to take my foundation and airbrush my foundation on over it. What this is going to do is it's going to blend my blush for me. So I'm going to put about 6 drops of my foundation, and I'm using the Silk 4-in-1 in shade 3. Renee, who you saw earlier, she uses shade 4. There we go. And now, let's see, I always spray my eyelids with blush on a base color. Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, Robin, that is a perfect way. What I love about that is the fact, like, your airbrush blends everything for you. So with that sweep of color on the lid, it looks amazing. All right, so starting at whatever certain point you want, you can go around and make your passes. Now, the one thing about the Silk 4-in-1, it's a very forgiving foundation. And so, let me get it under my eyes. And so it does work with your skin, but it is very forgiving. When people say, oh, I have the wrong shade, I know I have the wrong shade, I'm like, okay, you maybe do, but chances are you're spraying too heavy, because I can use a 4, a 5, a 6. I've even started with a 9 and then corrected it with the 3, not even taking it off. So that is how light you are spraying, okay? So now, oh, you love Orchid, Robin? Yeah, that's a really pretty one. I know. So I'm just going to keep making my passes. I'm going to go down my nose. And then look how nice and soft my blush is getting. My foundation is blending that away. Now, also being that I am getting a little friend that's popping up. Where's my mirror? Maybe it's this guy. Being that the blush is, the foundation, the Silk 4-in-1 is very forgiving, because it has your, let me get that guy away. Look at that, disappeared, bam. Because it has your anti-aging properties, your moisturizer primer, your concealer, and your foundation, you don't necessarily have to do some pre-work. You can go straight into foundation. And so that's why I can use this underneath my eyes to cover dark circles or to get that coverage. I just covered my friend that's about to pop out. I can feel him. So that's why it is very forgiving. Now I'm going to use love. We're sending you love. And love is a hydrating illuminator. So one thing I like about this is it is more flesh color. So it's not going to stand out like glow. Glow is white and it is a highlighter. And it's not shiny like the illuminizers. It is a very hydrating illuminizer. So it's very subtle. It's very soft. So if you're like, oh, Heather, I am too mature to wear, anything shimmer, then love's going to be perfect for you. This isn't a shimmer. This is very hydrating. And so it is perfect for the ones that are maybe, I don't know about it, maybe so, maybe not. And what I loved what Renee said when she said it is a shimmer, not a glitter. And so, and that's true. It is not, no glitter should be on our face right now, okay? So for our day-to-day use. And so I'm going to use this high cheekbone area. I can use it down my nose. Woo, it always tickles that one eye. On my eyes, I'm gonna use it as a brow highlighter. Now the other thing, my natural blush that I used already had some shimmer to it. And so I don't need to add more, but you can add love into your tulip, into your soft rose, into your plum, into your orchid, into your apricot, and it will change the look of the blush. It'll also make it a little bit easier to put on. And so if you're like, I can't get this blush down, I don't know about this, try mixing a drop of love into your blush, and it does make it a little bit easier. Now that we have summer coming up, put a drop or two of love in your foundation, and that will also change it up a little bit more. So there's so much that you can do. There's like no rules. So it's a lot of fun, guys. The big thing about airbrushing is I know you're excited when you order it and you're waiting for it to get there, but don't get overwhelmed with it. It honestly is so easy to put on. It does take practice. We're very upfront about that. We say, do it 7 days in a row. By that 7th day, you'll have it down. Come and watch these lives or ask questions or just watch them. Practice with water. That'll be the easiest thing. You'll get it down. You'll start understanding it, and you will love it because it's not going to make you look younger sitting in the box. It's not going to do your skin any favors sitting in the box. So get it out, play with it, and have fun. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to see you back here at 2. I'm still learning all these times. So I will see you back here at 2. All right, guys. Bye for now.